UK, Denmark, Netherlands and US to jointly supply Ukraine with hundreds of missiles for air defense.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Ministers of Defense of the UK, Denmark, the Netherlands and the US announced an urgent joint supply of the air defense means to Ukraine for the protection from the Russian attacks. The Ministry of Defense of the UK reported that within the framework of the joint initiative, Ukraine will receive hundreds of small and medium-range anti-aircraft missiles and accompanying systems. They are needed for protection of critical national infrastructure of Ukraine and further facilitation of successful counter-offensive operations in the next few months, the Defence Ministry of the UK adds. Troels Lund Poulsen, Acting Minister of Defence of Denmark, stated that Denmark is planning to allocate an additional 21.9 billion kroner for the International Fund for Ukraine, headed by the UK, during the next few years. The joint supply of air defense means was announced during the 13th Ramstein format meeting of the Contact Group for the Defense of Ukraine in Brussels. Earlier, it was revealed that the Ministry of Defense of the Netherlands will buy 4 passive observation radar stations VIRA-EG worth €150 million for Ukraine. The Ministers of Defense of the Member States of the UK Joint Expeditionary Force agreed to spend €107 million from the International Fund for Ukraine to strengthen the air defense of the city of Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine.
This post received a score of 5,900, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Russia needs to just understand we have spent decades building the world's greatest military-industrial complex. We are not going to run nearly out of anything anytime soon.
Russia needs to understand that the world changed since 45 and not one person living wants another spreading war. And that the world, literally, will do anything, passive for the moment, to stop them if necessary.
Russia tried their darndest to be the villains in the past 2 world wars, but always ended up somehow the good guys. They're just making sure they get what they want this time.
Totally right, bro.
The NASAMS was such a good investment. The fact that it was designed to use AIM-120, IRIS-T, AIM-9, etc. means there's a massive supply of missiles to pull from. There's also tons of older block AMRAAM and Sidewinders in storage that can actually be put to use.
How do I apply to buy some? Interested, person of no importance.
Putin's aide. Dear leader, we've created 12 new cruise missiles and purchased 10 drones to fire at Kiev this month. The collective West. Here's hundreds of missile defense projectiles, and enough tanks and armor to replace everything documented as lost or damaged in the last 2 weeks.
Should be supplying double any losses, Hydra the hell out of it, except without any ability to cauterize the wound, so there ain't no Aeolus to help out Heracles.
Europeans will pay US companies to produce and deliver to Ukraine. Everybody happy except Russia.
Outstanding.
Scribble the name of 1 Mega Henry 17 casualty on each of those missiles.
Great news. Well done UK for unswerving support for Ukraine.
Russia made a big mistake using radioactive and chemical weapons on UK soil. The government was itching for payback.
Similar for the Netherlands. MH17 still fresh on our minds.
Liberty ships. 1 every 13 days, I think.
Production of the B-17 alone was a little under 13,000 in just 4 years. That's just a tiny slice of American output. We haven't even touched on self-propelled guns, artillery, or big-ticket items like aircraft carriers, battleships or nukes. The American war machine is terrifying in its size and scope. The material output of the US was not then and isn't now comparable to anyone.
Russia responded by selling the wiring in their missiles for money to buy vodka.
You mess with the clogs, you get the polder.
Damn right.
When you pick a fight with the entire world, you tend to get outnumbered really fast. This is a big problem for Russia's quantity over quality cannon fodder approach.
Wish we could write some messages on them.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.